Hey guys, I hope you do well. Today I want to talk to you about the different techniques I use for my camera movements in my shorts. It's a mix out of practical movements and movements I do in post-production. So stay tuned! First thing I want to talk to you about is the rail rod dolly. That's how I call it anyway. For that I take 2 rods out of my shoulder rig. Any rods will do, by the way. Secure them with pieces of clay on the set. Then I take the head of a tripod and put it in between the rods, so that the ends of the head plate lie secure on the rods and the middle part is stuck between them. Now you can move your camera frame by frame secure in a straight line. One downside to this is that your hammer is high above the ground. I simply use this technique for car scenes or scenes involving horses, as you can see here in my dark fantasy shots. But I imagine if you had a second table that is a bit lower in front of the set, it will have the perfect height to match with the figures. Until now I never tried that, but I think I should. Next up are camera tilts. For that I just put my camera on my tripod and tilt the pod between each frame, from side to side, or up and down. I really love it. You can capture a battle in one sequence with this technique. In my experience, you can't control the cheapest tripods too exact. Cheap tripods don't tilt continuously, so your images will shake like hell. But with a better tripod you don't have this kind of problem, and you will be able to do great tilts that put a lot of life in your stop motion camera work.
I will promise you that
I also like to do my zooms mostly practically. This can be zoom ins or zoom outs. I just use the zoom function on my lens. Between each frame I zoom a bit, correct the focus that it stays on the target figure, and take my picture. Of course, sometimes I'm not able to do my camera moves practically. Then I do that later in post. For example, you just want a little slow zoom in on the frame to generate suspense. This is very easy to create in post, very hard to create practically. So I always do that in post. Or if you have to animate a lot of fighting or movement with the figures, then I opt to do the camera movement in post. Like in the sword fight bit from the Ginger Deadman part 4. First I zoomed in the picture so I had space to pan and tilt around as much as I wanted. Pictures I now have a digital zoom or tilt, I frame larger than they are in the finished short, so I can zoom in without losing the characters. Then I just follow the characters in my digital tilt. I use Premiere Pro for my post-production. Therein you can just play with the stats of your clips, position and zoom. With a little stopwatch icon you can create a zoom or a tilt that starts at 100% zoom and goes to 120% zoom in a time span of seconds. Without clicking the watch, you just zoom the frame without movement in the shot. I use Premiere Pro for that, but I think every decent movie program has a similar function. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what I should do next. Until then, take care and have a good one.